There was a report out from Baum Associates about what a border adjustment tax might mean for the auto industry, and it overall suggested there would be a $2,500 per car increased cost. Have you examined that from General Motors' perspective particularly, and do you have a position on that proposal?
Well, first, we support tax reform, and the border adjusted tax is one component of tax reform as it's currently being discussed. We believe the border adjusted tax is too complex, but when we look at overall tax reform, what we really want to do is work with the administration to ensure that that change, that reform, is beneficial to the United States, to the manufacturing capability and competitiveness in the U.S., because that leads to growth and it leads to jobs. So we want to be part of the solution going forward.
So, Chuck, do I hear you right that what you're saying is insofar as the border adjustment tax might actually hurt GM, you might make up for it with the other forms of tax reform and tax cuts?
Yeah, I think it's too early to speculate ultimately on how this plays out. What we want to do, as I said, we favor and support tax reform. We want to work constructively to ensure that it's best for the U.S. economy, best for the manufacturing. A strong manufacturing base is good for the U.S. and good for jobs in the U.S.
Are you having discussions with the administration and or with Congress about the border adjustment tax specifically for the auto industry?
We are engaged on many different fronts with the administration on a wide array of regulatory, tax reform, and other issues. And again, as I indicated, we want to be part of that discussion and be part of the constructive solutions.
As you say, you're engaged in other levels, right up to Mary Barr, your CEO. We've seen several times now with President Trump. As you, as the chief financial officer, plan into next year and the year after, to what extent are you adjusting your plans in response to what President Trump has urged in terms of manufacturing jobs in the U.S. rather than Mexico?
I think it's important that the manufacturing footprint is one piece of the equation when you think about sourcing and product placement. And importantly, this is a long lead decision. You just don't change footprint, manufacturing locations overnight. And we look to make the best decisions for our employees and our shareholders when we make footprint decisions. But again, it's long lead. It's not something that you can change overnight.
But as you make those long lead decisions, are you taking the president and his administration into account? Frankly, are you changing your plans?
We have not changed any plans from a product allocation standpoint. Again, important to point out that we've got 40 facilities in the United States. We employ 100,000 people in the United States, and we've invested $21 billion since 2009, and most recently announced another $1.5 billion investment. The United States is important for us. It's important from a manufacturing perspective and will continue to be on a go-forward basis.